Welcome to Lee Moore TV, the place to be to learn about money and get inspired to take small steps to improve your finances. I'll show you what I've learned. In today's episode, I'm going to be explaining what your net worth is and how to calculate it. Come on, this will be fascinating. Overall way to calculate and understand how your financial situation is doing is with your net worth. Basically, it's your assets minus your liabilities. And if you get rid of the jargon, it's basically what you have and what you own minus what you owe. Some examples of assets are your house, your car, maybe jewelry, the income that you're making, anything you have in a savings account, in a retirement account. Examples of liabilities are things that you owe. Maybe it's credit card debt, student line of credit, maybe it's your mortgage. Your net worth is if you were to sell everything that you owned and paid off all your debt. I know that's ridiculous. Who would actually ever do that? You wouldn't. But for theoretical purposes, that's what net worth actually is. Now, your net worth can actually be positive or it can be negative, and let me give you an example. If you graduated from school just a few years ago and you've got a lot of outstanding student debt, if you sold everything that you have, you may in fact find yourself in a place that if you paid that towards your debt, you'd still have debt left over. And that would mean that your net worth is negative. But if you sold everything that you had and paid off your debt and you still had money left over, that would mean that your net worth is positive. And of course, the goal is to try to increase your net worth as much as possible. I like to calculate my net worth because it gives me a good view of my overall financial picture. Let's say that I had a lot of debt, and every month I was paying towards that debt, but my savings account didn't look like it's actually growing. That may be frustrating, and I might not feel like I'm moving forward. But if I look at my overall net worth with my debt decreasing, I'll be able to see the progress. Another way to think about it is that every single financial decision you make actually impacts your net worth. Let's give another example. So if I were to go out to the mall and buy a really great outfit with shoes and a purse to match, and I pay cash for it, or I use my debit card, the money in my banking account is going to decrease, so my assets would go down, my overall net worth would go down. But if I put it on my credit card, my liabilities would go up and my overall net worth would still go down. So maybe I should think twice about buying that outfit. Now, I'm not saying that you should never go shopping. I'm just trying to explain how the small decisions that you make actually have an impact on your net worth. Another example is if I were to go out and buy some property, maybe a house or a condo. I've got some cash saved up in my bank account. I'm going to take that out, so that asset will go down, but I'm going to put it as a down payment into the property. But the money that I would have put as a down payment will be equity inside the home, and that is also a positive on my assets. The mortgage, of course, will be a liability. But overall, if we're not too fussed about all of the fees associated with acquiring that house, I'll probably net out in a place where I am net worth neutral. But there's one big difference. Now I have a property. That would mean that over time I would pay down the mortgage and the liability would go down, and it's also possible that the value of the property could go up, and that would increase my net worth as well. Now, I really don't want you to panic on an ongoing basis. Oh my goodness, I bought a coffee, my net worth went down. Ooh, I found a $5 bill, my net worth went up. Most people don't even calculate their net worth, but those who do like to revisit on an ongoing basis. Some people look at it once a year, but for me, that's just not motivating enough to understand how the direction of my financial picture is going. I like to calculate it every 3 months, so 4 times a year. I like to put it in a little Excel file where I plot the numbers in a graph and see them actually, hopefully, moving in the right direction. That brings me to today's tweetable. Every financial decision impacts your net worth. Either it's positive or it's negative. Here's my challenge to you. I want you to try to figure out your net worth calculation. The next step I want you to take is I want you to think about how you want that net worth to change over the next 3 months. Do you want it to grow by $100? Whatever it is, make your goal. And then come on over and leave a comment below. Telling the world what your goals are is going to make you more likely to fulfill on them. Did you learn something? Did you like this video? Subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. And if you want even more inspiration and tips and tricks to improve your finances and make them fun and exciting, yes, they are fun and exciting,
come on over to LeeMoreMarkman.money and sign up for email updates.
Remember, I'm not here to change who you are or how you live your life. I just have strategies to make you even more financially fabulous. Feel proud that you're learning and taking small steps to improve your finances. It will give you more confidence and peace of mind. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time on Lee Moore TV.
Hey, Lee Moore.
Yeah,
I think I got it, but can I put my girlfriend as an asset for net worth?
no.
How about love? That's got to be worth something.
Oh God, no.
How about my rugged good looks?
Sorry, none of that either. He just doesn't get it. Welcome to Lee Moore TV.